welcome to Simulator Adventures and welcome back to my GearCity series. Now today I'm going to continue the tutorial and sort of show you how to expand your company. We're also going to make some much more exciting cars, like a sports car or something like that. And I'm going to show you how to maximise your profits. So that should be pretty useful. Now first of all we can have a look at the map. Because as you can see, it's definitely a global game. It's got major cities in most countries. So your operation really should be confined to one continent to start with, but once you get the profit rolling in, you can start making different kinds of cars and different production statistics and start shipping your cars from Britain over to America. Now to do that, all you have to do is go to your branch, or any branch really, click the distribution button, and then look at the car we made last time. Click shipping distance. We can see that this is how far that car will be shipped from there. So what we can do is just increase that, and you can see to go global, we just have to increase it to there. So there you go, that would cover all of them. But we don't actually need to do that. We only really need to set it to Europe. So that'll be fine. So that's how you'd sell your cars around the world. You can see we're making a small loss, so just increase the price of your car a little bit. You can see how many people still demand your car at its current price, so it hasn't updated yet, but hopefully that'll make us a profit. Let's just see if we end turn. There you go, 78 million, that's pretty good actually. How do we want to, yeah, so still 7,000 cars are demanded, and we're only selling to the United Kingdom at the moment. So what I'm going to do actually, go back in here. You can either build a new factory, or just upgrade the current one you've got. You should go factories, upgrade, or redesign. Now this does take a lot of money and quite a bit of time, which is annoying, but well, you've kind of got to really. That's how it works in the real world. There's no cheats in this game. So we're in the body type demand. We're going to see about a more exciting car, because that's really the interesting thing about this game, making exciting sports cars. So if you look down here, none of these are really sports cars until we get to Roadster. So a Roadster is like a convertible, kind of sporty convertible. So we're going to make a sporty convertible. Designer chassis. Now earlier on in the game you'll have a superleggera frame. A superleggera frame, basically that's a it's almost like a roll cage that builds the chassis of the car. I'd recommend unibody really for everything past about 1950 or 60. It doesn't matter too much. Now the position of an engine in the car is very important. You want now there are cars like the Porsche 911 in the real world which have rear engine, but really in this game you want something like mid-engine four-wheel drive or mid-engined and rear-wheel drive, which I can't find, or front and rear, or front mid-rear is good actually. Now because this is a Roadster, I'd say front mid-rear will be good. In terms of suspension, well, the more... we'll have a look at research teams quickly. There you go, look, superleggera, we haven't got enough skills for it, but over time you don't really need that. Multi-link suspension is very important, that's the best in the game, I'm pretty sure. Although maybe what does that say? So like magnetic suspension, I suppose. You can use that, but it's not really important. For now, we're just going to use the best we've got on offer for handling and performance, which I believe is, yes, double wishbone all around. Now it's a Roadster. They're going to be quite a small car, so you can decrease the length and width of that, but also make it lean. Not lean, just says leaner, so in terms of weight. Now, it's not going to be a very tall car, so bring that down. But we do want a big engine. Increase that a bit. Comfort, we're not too bothered in. Durability, we're not too bothered in. You can decrease those. Performance would definitely bother him. So, I mean, can we get it up to the full? Just decrease strength and dependability, and they're not important for a car like this. Can we get it up to full? No. It's a shame. Okay. So once you've fiddled around with that, just increase all of these a bit. See, it makes it a little bit lighter as you increase the material quality. Okay, we're going to call this the Roadster. And we're going to fit it with a nice big V8 engine. Now remember, you could go for electric on these cars. But if you think about it in the real world, electric power doesn't really become popular until, I'd say, the 2000s, mid-2000s. So V8, petrol, gasoline, double overhead cams, and we're going to supercharge it. Now, it's important, select chassis, Roadster, layout, and then just increase these, because the length and the width does decrease the cost. Then all you've got to do is increase the bore and stroke. So as you can see, we've got a 3.4 litre, 3,400. And you just need to just finally tune the size of the engine so that it's not too big. It does appear to be though, so we can just decrease the length. There you go. So 3.9, no, 3.4 litre, yep, that's fine. Now, fuel economy is not important. In fact, we could go for a turbocharger. Which doesn't actually do much. You know what? We're going to go for a stage 2 turbocharger, just because it gives us some extra power. Decrease the fuel economy, that's not important in a car like this. Definitely increase the torque, and definitely increase the power here. Design, focus, fuel economy, we're not bothered about that. Not bothered about dependability either. Performance, just increase it a bit. And you can increase your technology slightly as well. And then build. Gearbox. Now you've got choices here. There's manual, which is quite good for performance. But the best gearbox in the game really is the double clutch transmission. We're going to go for a manual, a 6-speed manual with a transaxle, which makes it nice and light, and a limited slip, which makes it very easy to drive. Now I want it to have lots of power, so we can increase the torque, but we also want it to be fast. In fact, I have a sneaking suspicion this might be the fastest car in the world at the current time. So shifting ease isn't so important. Fuel economy definitely not. Performance, yes. Yeah, look, it weighs 90 kilograms. Decrease dependability. Maybe not so much. There you go. And that's it. Roadster. So you can see here how much it's going to cost. It's going to take 13 months. So let's simulate 13 months in the game. And actually, I'm just going to pause the simulation there. End turn. Oh, spacebar. There you go. Hold down spacebar to end turn. Yes, our factory has completed. So what we should do is increase the production. There we go. Let's keep it going. See how we're making a huge amount of profit. I'm actually quite amazed. Usually, I mean, partly it's luck with this game. Just like real life, I suppose, if you're running a car company, you've got to make sure that you're attacking the right market. You know what? We can build another factory actually. Let's build one in. Oh no, maybe not. Let's just increase the size of the London one. Okay. How many more months? It's done. Okay, time to make our car. Vehicle advanced. Find Roadster on the list. Now more and more cars get added to this list as the years go on. So you can imagine in the early 1900s they wouldn't have SUVs, but later on they do. So there you go. It's saying the engine may use too much fuel, but that's not really important. So as you can see here, here's what our car's going to look like. I've got like the crew vet. What a name that is. So remember last time I made the car and look nice. In honesty, you don't need to do it. You can sell a car with no wheels and no one will matter. No one will mind at all. So let's pitch it to the middle class. Let's pitch it to men. Now I suppose it's a little bit sexist, but I suppose in the game, honestly, men like more performance style cars, which I suppose on the whole is true in real life. So that's, cargo isn't important. Neither is utility, so how much it can carry. Neither really is fuel economy. But performance definitely is. And so is the drivability. Safety isn't important though. Luxury, no. So yeah. Looks like drivability isn't quite as high as we'd hoped for. And decrease all this. There you go. Doesn't really need much of that. It's got dependability, fuel fine, performance fine. Drivability not quite. We're almost there. So look at that, 214 miles per hour. And 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. That's quite good. I like that. Let's give it a random name. The Gladiolus. I like that. 15 months it's going to take. So let's wait a few months. First of all, let's just have a look at our factory. So 4 months it's going to take for that factory to be built. These turns, it just simulates what is going on in the other companies. So you can see down here, here are the other companies. All their share prices are modelled. You can see how many models of cars they've got. So we'll look at the magazine now. So if you look at superlatives, this is the highest or best, or maybe even worst, aspects of cars or features of cars that have been created by you or other companies in the game. So you can see our Roadster is the lightest car in the that's ever been made, and our hatchback is the highest fuel consumption in the game. So it's we can see it's not going to be the fastest 0 to 60, but we might, I don't know what the conversion is, might stand a chance to get top speed, which could be interesting. Look at vehicle reviews. Here's kind of a rip-off of Jeremy Clarkson, which is quite cool. James Clarkson. And he says our car is the best hatchback I've ever driven, which is quite nice. So yeah, it just gives you a look at what's going on with your cars. It's quite interesting. There's other sections here. Here's that game they're making, the airline game, coming sometime before 2020. It should be interesting. We'll have a look at that on this channel if it ever comes out. So now we can increase the amount of cars built here, and as you can see, we've got 10 months remaining to wait for that other car. So there you go. So eventually you can create as many cars as you want. The amount of money you can accumulate in this game is just amazing. In terms of money, this game for me is kind of as far as I'm aware, I've played a lot of simulation and tycoon games over the years. In terms of money, this game probably works with the most amount of money. It's just that it never really asks you to spend that much. You're not actually putting out that much money, which is kind of annoying. But we can increase the factory a bit more. So, our car's ready. Now, we will have to decrease the production lines of the Drac to put the Gladiolus on sale. It's a bit about there. We don't know how popular it's going to be. I'm going to sell it... Well, you know what? I'm going to sell it for 25,000 as well. Let's see how well it sells. There you go, look. We've sold all of them. And in fact, people really want them. So we can increase that. There you go. There we go. And we've got 2 more months to wait for our Birmingham factory to finish. 1, 2. And now, let's just finally increase the production on these. So the Drac, we need 1,700 more. And the Gladiolus, about 825. Although I think if we decrease the price of these, we could probably sell some more. So let's decrease the price of the Drac. Now remember, to update the games, we're producing more than we're selling of the Drac. So actually let's decrease it to 15,000, because you can see here, it only costs us 10,000 to make. It's not going so well for the Drac, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, over time, you can see that this car was released in 1992. Over time, the demand for your cars decreases, which is understandable. You just don't expect it to happen that soon. So, that's pretty much it for this part. I've shown you how to expand your company abroad, maximize your profits on cars, and make a really interesting sports car. Again, it's worth saying you don't need to put the wheels and the bits on the car, but it is just a nice feature that the game includes. And thank you very much for watching. I'm not too sure how long this series is going to last. Maybe an episode more, 2 episodes more. Either way, I hope this has been a nice, gentle introduction to the game, and I'll see you in the next part.